the words and stuff, but it's hard for me to listen to words.
Yeah.
But like that was a sick song. That was
Yes.
that's gonna be a smash. I mean, especially because you mentioned every single genre of pop culture, from Frank Sinatra to Betty White,
Dude, you
to
gotta-
Lauryn Hill. I mean, that's crazy. man.
You rocked Strange Fruit in there too, which is
That's right.
one of my
One of my
all-time albums
favorites as
right
well.
there.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
like the next song?
That's the next single. Yeah.
Oh, that'll be huge.
Is it you or are you with somebody else too?
Sorry, it's just me. Yeah.
Wow, that's good, man.
So have you done something like that? Like personally for me, the mixtape. If you make a mixtape before you get broken up with, that buys you like 3 days.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. So what's the most desperate thing you've done?
This song?
This song.
I literally wrote it on the way to meet her that night. Like that was kind of like and I couldn't take myself seriously writing this song on the way to a breakup.
I mean, you know you're pathetic,
She
right?
knows all about it.
You can feel your patheticness, but you can't stop it.
You can't stop
It's a
it.
runaway train. They
But
heard
the
me
only
tomorrow
cool
thing.
thing to do with patheticness is to laugh at it, and so that's why I made like a song that's kind of funny and painful at the same time. On like literally, I was working with Ryan Tedder. He was producing the song, and we were in the studio. And I said, okay, I know we're done our sessions because we did a few songs, and I said, all right, I just got one little melody, one thing I want to do, and we're just literally gonna run it through CD, and then I'm gonna go to meet her. And he was like, okay, cool, this ain't a good time. And like we wrote this whole song, and he was like, geez, man, I hate that this is happening to you, but I'm so glad this is happening to you.
Do you think that the best songs in the world come from a little bit of that twisted gut? I mean, don't you think?
I think
when it's
so.
real like that and you're really feeling something?
Yeah, you can't, otherwise you don't believe in it, and then when people listen to it, they don't believe you know, and I think you gotta sing what you believe in. And even like for me, heartbreak is like a new territory. My music has never been something that I didn't write about those kinds of things because I didn't have that experience. And so when I had it, it was the most honest thing to do, you know, not just to cling to what I'm known for and my reputation and so on.
But did Ryan Tedder, so he jumped in and helped write some of that?
Yeah.
That dude's everywhere.
He's a talented guy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Where'd you guys do it? Like L.A. or like his
In
place?
Denver, and I was like flying that night to L.A. where I was living at the time.
So like what line do you remember that he wrote? That he threw in there? And
I don't think the lines, like, because lyrics are kind of my thing.
Oh, so you did that. You brought it.
But it was like, you know, working with him on melody and arrangement and
That guy's, it's amazing how much
he's
he's
a
a part
beast.
of. We were talking about it at the Grammys. You're watching, you know, Adele gets up there. Like, Tedder's already involved in everything. And then Adele, you
when
know,
I heard when they yelled the award for like her, he was the first one.
He was the first one up there.
Yeah,
it was like, we're like, what the hell is Ryan Tedder
I was
doing?
cracking on. I was texting him saying that's like, I think that's hilarious that he thinks he's Adele. You know? But he's amazing, such a talented guy. Like
almost every other song you hear on the radio right now, he's got his hand in somehow.
Yeah, he's like, and we work very differently together than I think he works with a lot of artists, and because I'm primarily a songwriter, and so we sit together and kind of come up with. But the amazing thing is nothing gets through Ryan's ear that won't work like for other people. That's like I love that he's like my kind of filter in which if I'm being too clever, too like out of the way and too weird, he'll be like, okay, then honestly they're not gonna understand that.
What about cussing? You don't cuss a lot, do you?
I do, I think so, but in context. I don't cuss like for fun or nothing. To make a point, like to accentuate a feeling, I might.
Because you know, in the song, oh my God, what's his song? The Good Life. You know, he has the word bullshit in there. And
that's it.
Yeah, that's it. But he was like, man, my mom was, because he's, you know, they come pretty hardcore. He's like, mom was so mad I put bullshit in there, and he's like all stressed out about it. He was like crying to Rich.
Remember Gwen Stefani was stressed out because of Holla Back Girl. She's like, yeah, my parents heard that, and I told them, you know.
What's wrong with Holla Back Girl?
Yeah, I mean, well, they say shit in there a lot. So.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you haven't heard that?
It's always bleeped out.
I think people are too sensitive about like words. You know what I mean? I'm not that kind of person who's like, don't say this around the kids. Oh, you said the shit word. You know, it's like, kid is gonna hear this.
You know the vibe I get from you, man? I get this vibe that you're going to be so sickly huge, like you're probably never coming back here.
That's hilarious.
Like you got to get as much video as you can, so like in 3 years, when he's got a different look, we can be like, oh, yeah, remember when Kane on? He was here yesterday.
Yeah, I'll just wear shades.
If I tell you who you kind of remind me of, you're going to be really honored or offended. This is way out there, though.
Grace Jones.
No. You don't have. You kind of remind me a little of Phil Lynott, Thin Lizzy. You know who that is?
No.
You can check him out later.
Phil?
Phil Lynott, Thin Lizzy. Do you see it? Do you know who that is?
Wait, he's the guy from Entourage. He's talking like, do you know what I mean? Like, my drummer, you gotta see, looks exactly like Adam Levine, and it's so awkward because every night when we're playing, I have a song with Adam Levine called Bang Bang, and so whenever we're playing and the chorus comes on, I'm now singing the chorus, but instead I turn to him and I'm like.
That's funny because you say he looks like the guy from Entourage, right?
Yeah.
I was just saying that about you. You look like Jeremy Piven's assistant.
Jeez. He looks like somebody's assistant.
Well, that's what I mean. I can't remember the guy's name. What's the guy's name? In a good way. If you look, Lloyd.
Lloyd. Oh yeah.
If nothing else works out, at least we could do the look-alike band thing.
Really? Oh man, well, it's cool that you hung out. Is there more? You got another
let's
song?
do one more song for you.
Cuss words in this one? Give us some cuss words. I'm just kidding.
Nah, not really cuss words. This one is it's kind of self-evident what the song is about, but it's a song I was very honored to work with Bono on, and Bono sings in this song in the recording. But we'll play you an acoustic version of Bulletproof Pride.